All right, Crush, here's your Tuesday workout. I do lots of demos today in the video in preparation for today's workout, but I still want to talk about sleep. The next thing I want to talk about is how do you start to get those 8 hours if you're having trouble getting those 8 hours. Well, just like anything we do, whether it was when you first came to the gym or you started getting those healthy eating habits, whatever, it takes a routine. It takes some consistency, it'll take some work to building that routine. So let's say you're a morning person, you get to the gym, you come to the gym every morning at 6 a.m. and so that means you have to be up at 5:15, which means you probably should be in bed no later than 9 o'clock. You might say, Travis, I can't fall asleep until 10:30 every night, no matter what I do. Well, you gotta start working on it. You gotta start forcing yourself to be in bed by 9. If that means putting your kids to bed at 8, getting them all taken care of by 8:30 so you can start doing your wind down procedure, start winding yourself down and getting ready for bed, and then getting yourself in bed by 9, you need to work on that just like you work on when you first started coming to the gym, that you made yourself come to the gym 5 days a week. You started to build that habit. Same thing with sleep. You need to work on it. You need to build that habit. You need to build that schedule. So whatever time you wake up, back like 8.5 hours, that's when you should be getting into bed. Maybe half an hour before that, you should be starting to unwind, and I have some tips for that kind of stuff coming up in the next videos. But get that schedule, work on that schedule. It won't be perfect. Don't think it's going to be perfect, but work on that schedule. Conversely, if you're somebody that always wakes up at 5 in the morning regardless, even though you went to bed at 10 or 11, but you don't need to be up until 7, try to force yourself to stay in bed. Force yourself. Don't look at your phone. Don't turn on the TV. Try not to stimulate your brain. You might lay there for a while, a long while the first few days, and after a while maybe start falling asleep. But you got to force yourself to work on that aspect of it also. If you check your phone really quick, if you check the news on the TV really quick, you're just going to stimulate your brain and make it impossible to fall back asleep. So if you're trying to stay in bed and sleep longer, just force yourself just to lay there. I know it's kind of painful. I know it's almost torturous to lay there and let your mind just thinks, but you got to build that schedule. You got to build that 8.5 hour window, and you got to work on it. And that's key to getting sleep. All right, today's workout. Yesterday was long, lots of reps. Today we're gonna do lots of strength stuff. We're gonna work on the snatch, some overhead squats, stuff I think is fun, stuff that builds, if we talk about the drills back here, it's gonna build that flexibility, some strength. But we're gonna warm up, and then we're gonna go find a spot on the wall, and everybody's gonna do 10 slow squat therapy. I'm talking like 3 seconds down, where you're really working on keeping that chest up, weight in the middle of the feet, driving those knees out. You're gonna try to get as close as you can to the wall without nothing touching the wall. If you're really good, you'll have your hands locked out, thumbs locked overhead. Now you should not modify your squat stance or modify your squat just for the sake of getting close to the wall. The point of this drill is to help develop your squat. If you change your squat by looking sideways when you squat, or you turn your feet way out more than normal when you squat, just so you get closer to the wall, for the sake of getting closer to the wall, you're not getting the benefit of this movement. And if you have trouble with overhead squatting, if you have trouble with catching cleans in a full squat, you need to do squat therapy. It'll help teach you how to keep your chest up, really work on that. Don't change your squat. So we're gonna do 10 of those. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go as a class, we're gonna do 2 reps, 2 overhead squats with a 3-second pause in the bottom of the squat. So you take the bar overhead, you'll squat down, hit the bottom at 3, or hit the bottom, count 1, 2, 3, slower than that, 3 seconds, stand up. Go back down, 1, 2, 3, stand back up. You're gonna do 10 sets of 2, 1 set every 2 minutes. So it's gonna take about 20 minutes to get through this. Definitely partner up. The coach will lead you through, we'll go every 2 minutes, performing a set of 2 with a 3-second pause at the bottom. If you wanna start with an empty barbell, that's fine, nothing wrong with that. The goal is to try to add weight throughout the 10 sets. So there's 10 jumps in weight. Make them small jumps, big jumps, whatever you want. If at some point you can't get any heavier, that's great. Maybe you need to back off weight if you get too aggressive. But the point is to sit in that bottom of that squat twice for 3 seconds to really work on that mobility, work on that depth, work on those nice, tight, active shoulders, pushing on that barbell at the bottom of the squat. It's trying to develop that as a point of that. After that, so that's basically every minute on the minute, or every 2 minutes for 10 rounds, for 20 minutes. We're gonna go up to the barbell, and we're gonna do 1 every minute of the minute, building a snatch high pull. So snatch high pull from the ground, you pop and pull to that scarecrow position. We're really trying to hit those elbows going high and back as we hit the top, keeping that barbell nice and close, working on that drill. After that, you'll then do a full snatch. We'll go to the ground and pause just below the knees for, I think it was either 2 or 3 seconds, and then pop and fire into a full snatch. So every minute on the minute for 10 minutes, you're gonna do a snatch high pull and one full snatch where you pause just below the knee for, it was either 2 or 3 seconds, I forget, but you're gonna pause just below the knee, really work on active shoulders. Your shoulders in front of the barbell, meaning that from the side, my shoulders should be in front of the barbell. This is the position you want to be. You want to be covering the barbell as you stand up. You don't want to be back this way with it. Nice tight back. You're going to work on that. So work on some strength portion there before you pop and explode into the full snatch. One of those complexes every minute for 10 minutes. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to come over to the rig, grab a band, to kind of work that backside, work those hamstrings a little bit. You can take the band, sit on a bench like I am now. You're going to wrap this band around the heel of your shoe, maybe a little bit above the heel, and really quickly you're going to pop 100 times real quick with some resistance on that band. After you get about 20 or 30 of these, you can start to feel it. If you need to split up to 50-50, something like that, you can do that, but it should be pretty quick. We're just popping those hamstrings, pulling that band back, scoot the bench away for more tension, but you'll do 100 banded hamstring curls as a third part of the strength. So we'll start with some overhead squats, do some snatching, and then since those are both kind of pretty much quad dominant type moves and activities, we're gonna finish with those banded curls to kind of get those hamstrings a little bit of work also. And that is your Monday. Set that schedule, get that sleep.